The PNP transistor. All the polarities for a PNP transistor are reversed, which means that it sinks current into its base, as opposed to the NPN transistor, which sources current through its base. The main difference between the two types of transistors is that holes are the more important carriers for PNP transistors, whereas electrons are the important carriers for NPN transistors. Then, PNP transistors use a small base current and a negative base voltage to control a much larger emitter collector current. In other words, for a PNP transistor, the emitter is more positive with respect to the base and also with respect to the collector. The PNP transistor has very similar characteristics to their NPN bipolar cousins, except that the polarities or biasing of the current and voltage directions are reversed for any one of the possible three configurations looked at in the first tutorial: common base, common emitter and common collector. The voltage between the base and emitter is now negative at the base and positive at the emitter because for a PNP transistor, the base terminal is always biased negative with respect to the emitter. Also, the emitter supply voltage is positive with respect to the collector. So for a PNP transistor to conduct, the emitter is always more positive with respect to both the base and the collector. To cause the base current to flow in a PNP transistor, the base needs to be more negative than the emitter, by approx 0.7 volts for a silicon device, or 0.3 volts for a germanium device, with the formulas used to calculate the base resistor, base current or collector current are the same as those used for an equivalent NPN transistor and is given as. So for the circuit above, IC equals IA minus IB, as current must leave the base. The output characteristics curves for a PNP transistor look very similar to those for an equivalent NPN transistor, except that they are rotated by 180 degrees to take account of the reverse polarity voltages and currents. That is, for a PNP transistor, electron current flows out of the base and collector towards the battery. The same dynamic load line can be drawn onto the IV curves to find the PNP transistor's operating points. Transistor matching. You may think, what is the point of having a PNP transistor when there are plenty of NPN transistors available that can be used as an amplifier or solid-state switch? Well, having two different types of transistors, PNP and NPN, can be a great advantage when designing power amplifier circuits, such as the Class B amplifier. Class B amplifiers uses complementary or matched pair, that is one PNP and one NPN connected together, transistors in its output stage, or in reversible H-bridge motor control circuits, where we want to control the flow of current evenly through the motor in both directions at different times, for forward and reverse motion. A pair of corresponding NPN and PNP transistors, with near identical characteristics to each other, are called complementary transistors. For example, a TIP3055 NPN transistor and the TIP2955 PNP transistor are good examples of complementary or matched pair silicon power transistors. They both have a DC current gain, beta, that is IC over IB, matched to within 10%, and high collector current of about 15 A, making them ideal for general motor control or robotic applications. Also, Class B amplifiers use complementary NPN and PNP in their power output stage design. The NPN transistor conducts for only the positive half of the signal, while the PNP transistor conducts for negative half of the signal. We can use this analogy to determine whether a transistor is of the PNP type or NPN type by testing its resistance between the three different leads: emitter, base and collector. By testing each pair of transistor leads in both directions with a multimeter, will result in 6 tests in total with the expected resistance values in ohms given aside. 1. Emitter base terminals. The emitter to base should act like a normal diode and conduct one way only. 2. Collector base terminals. The collector base junction should act like a normal diode and conduct one way only. 3. Emitter collector terminals. The emitter collector should not conduct in either direction. Then we can define a PNP transistor as being normally off, but a small output current and negative voltage at its base, relative to its emitter, will turn it on, allowing a much large emitter collector current to flow. PNP transistors conduct when VA is much greater than VC. In other words, a bipolar PNP transistor will only conduct if both the base and collector terminals are negative with respect to the emitter.